Today I will show you how to do a tilt split on the pole. First I will demonstrate. So the tilt splits aren't really splits, they're kind of these straddle-like positions like you would do on the floor in your pancake stretch, or also stretching for your middle splits can help with these. But this just takes a lot of control in the obliques and your standing legs. So it doesn't require just passive flexibility. You also need that nice active flexibility. And this also requires very good external rotation through the hips. So you start by externally rotating your standing leg. And then I like to get a little booty to the audience so that, again, externally rotated on the standing leg, and then turn your booty to the audience. Start to slide down your bottom hand and lower your chest until it is about halfway to the pole. So you are perpendicular, crossing over the pole and parallel to the floor. And then I wave the top leg and then give it a nice kick, externally rotating as much as possible. And you can do a little wavy leg and then cross it behind you to come back down. So this is a lot in the hips, in the glutes, the obliques, this whole area here. And this is one that just requires a little bit of practice, but you can incorporate it into your freestyle to get even better over time. So again, I will show you with a few more tips and tricks. Externally rotate, turn the booty to your audience, bring the head down. You can go really low with the head if that helps you. If it helps you to go even lower, and then give it a little wave, like so. The more you can drive the leg up and back, the better. You just need a little more glute strength for that top leg to drive it up and back. Mine are a little fatigued today, but that's what's working to lift the leg up and back. And then you can also do different variations of this. Just, when you're doing your normal kicks with the pole, you can practice thinking about your tilt. So still same thing, externally rotate that bottom leg, lift, squeeze through the obliques to hike that top hip up so I can already turn it to the audience. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be trying to be like this. That's going to get you nowhere. You need to turn booty to audience and then lift the hip by squeezing the obliques. It is all in my obliques when I do that. And that's a part of being a good pole dancer, is developing your oblique strength and your glute strength to help lift the legs and in these like fake splitty illusions that we can create. So see, oblique, even just practice that. Crunch, oblique, hip, and then lift. Now, I'm just gonna do a more mild version instead of leaning all the way down, and just show you how you can incorporate this into your freestyle dancing. So this time I'm gonna go across with the leg. And I'm gonna lean my hip into the pole for a little support. So if you're more of a beginner, this is a good option for you. Lean your stomach into the pole and just bring the leg across. And then you can still get a nice little shape and a nice little movement. And then you can step to the other side and just have fun with it. Just play with it. So from the other side, it's the same thing. Externally rotate that bottom leg, lift that hip up, give it a little wave, little kicks. This is even a good way to practice your leg kicks. It's just starting in the correct positions as if you were doing your full tilt. So when you're practicing even just the most simple leg waves, even from the floor, you still want to crunch through that top oblique and still lift the hip. And I still externally rotate this bottom leg, even if I'm just doing like a simple little wavy leg, nice and low even. But watch the difference from this little simple wave of the leg to this little simple wave of the leg. It's like, which one do you prefer? I feel like audience generally will prefer this one, where there's just more booty. And that's the main reason why, I think. I mean, this is still nice. Like, you still may want to add just a little mild leg wave in, but I just think it looks even nicer and just creates a more interesting body position if we're, you know, we're able to get a little more leg in there, a little more movement, and just a little more body in the view for the audience. So I'm just pointing out the principles of how it's important to twist through your hips to show more booty, use your obliques, use your glutes, and just change your body position a little bit so that you can create a little more interest in your movement. Let's see if you can also do one on the floor too. So all of this can be done on the floor, and mostly with one back knee bent, and then, you know, these positions here where we straighten the leg in this type position, same kind of idea. You may kind of do these same kicks, but what you'll notice is there's less external rotation of the bottom leg, but the top leg, you're still lifting that top hip up and over, so you're showing the whole booty cheek. And then you're doing the same thing. As I extend the top leg, I kind of sit the butt back. So I'll show you from up standing as well. Same thing, you can kind of think about sitting the butt back. Oop. And my pole's on spin, which you should probably do it on static so that you don't fall. So sit the butt back. And I have arched back. So I stick the butt out. Sit the butt back, stick the butt out. So I'll show you from the floor what I mean by that. So if we're in our straddle, here, we're not rounding as we lift the leg up. What we're doing is we're sticking the butt out and just sitting it back. So we still have chest up, proud posture, but arched in the back, popping the butt out. And that will help you get a little more movement with the leg, more lift of the leg. I'll show you again what I mean. So when you lift that leg, sit the butt back. Instead of being rounded, if I was rounded and rounded chest as well, this is like as high as I can get. And it just looks sloppy. It just doesn't look very good. And then if I lift, butt out, the more you stick that butt out, the more lift you'll be able to get of the leg. And then you can push the proud posture, chest up. And it just looks more confident, more sexy. So I hope that helped to give you a lot of little tips and tricks on how to make your leg waves more interesting and how to get more lift of your top leg and your tilt split, and just overall improve how your lines look and how your dance looks.